How's it going, guys? My name is Jerry with Aesthetic Auto Detailing here in West Covina, California. Today we're going to talk about some huge miscommunication that I experienced with this most recent client.
All right, Jerry. So one thing you've learned was to be super clear on what they're getting.
Yep.
So this customer hit you up, and what do they want?
Long story short, they were, I don't know, inquiring of like maintenance washes. I told him my prices. He said it was kind of expensive. Then he did mention, like, you know what? I have a Tesla Model 3. I've had it for a couple of years and I've never really detailed it before. So he ended up booking a ceramic coating with me. Gave me his deposit, everything. Finally, the day came. My guys and I, we went to go detail it for him. Did a one-step paint correction. We did the ceramic coating. The paint was very dull, and then just, you know, needed some work. We're very happy with it. Sent him pictures, all that good stuff. Ended up calling him later that day because he was working. His wife was home, and I asked him, "Hey, you know, how are you? How do you like the car?" That's when, you know, everything kind of went downhill from there. He mentioned about how he was a little sad, slash like disappointed that the interior didn't get done. He also noticed that he said that there was water spots that he never noticed before, which that's not the first time I've heard that before, on the windshield. And we'll get into depth about what happened.
All right, Jerry. So why was he disappointed? In your mind, he didn't want the interior, but in his mind, it should have been included in the package. What was the miscommunication there?
So what happened was, he called me. We were talking, you know, for a good 10 minutes about packages, his options. Then I asked him, he told me he lived in West Covina, and I was like, okay, no problem. You know, like if you're close by, maybe we could work something out. He's like, yeah, I actually live on your street. I live right around the corner. And he explained which street, which house, what cars, and I knew exactly which house. I'm like, oh man, you do live right down the street from me. Let me go over, take a look at your cars, we'll work something out. And he's like, okay, perfect. I did that because I've been wanting to get more clients on my block. You know, like I want to be the designated detailer for my area. So he ended up going with the ceramic coating. He asked a bunch of questions. And one thing that I know that I made sure to mention is water spots are not included. Reason why, as some of you guys may know, water spots, they take extra time. You know, they don't always come off right away. You gotta take some extra steps. You gotta use different chemicals. It's not profitable if you're including it, you know, in everything. So I made sure to tell him that. He said, okay. Then he started inquiring about getting the interior done. And I told him, okay, you know, we could do a vacuum, wipe down, and Swift. You know, I told him we could condition it for him. Okay, told him an extra $60 for that. Something light. He agreed. But he was going back and forth. He's like, should I do it? I'm not too sure. You know what, let's do it. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna do it. Day came, we knocked out the ceramic coating, we're already doing the finishing touches. We're still in work mode, so I asked the wife, just confirming, we're gonna do the interior, right? I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. I was just confirming. It's his wife. I figured they kind of communicated with each other. And she said, no interior, no interior. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, that was a very, like, confident no. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Let me back up. I texted the husband a couple hours ago and I never got a response. So that's when I asked the wife, oh, we're gonna do the interior? No? Okay, no problem. So I told my guys, okay, we're not gonna do the interior. You know, she had to go run some errands, this and that. She was getting ready to leave. Then I got the text from the husband. He said, yes, do the interior. So I told her, oh, he just texted me. He wants us to do the interior. I could tell she was kind of starting to get a little freaked out. I think she probably just needed to leave, and it's probably just a lot of stress for her, you know. She probably wasn't expecting for that to go down the way it did. And me, I was okay with it. I told her, I'm like, you know what? We don't have to do today. I'm trying to be very understanding, you know, try to like put her mind at ease. We don't have to do it today. I live right down the corner, right down the street from you guys. My schedule's very flexible. We can make it happen that, you know, that best works for you. She looked like she was appreciative, and she's like, okay, no problem. Sounds good. Thank you so much. She ended up leaving. So when I spoke to the husband that night, and he told me like, oh yeah, I'm a little disappointed that the interior didn't get done. I was thinking to myself like, did you not communicate with your wife? Like, she needed to leave. That's the reason why we didn't get it done. So that happened. Then he started saying that that I guess we added, I don't know, like an extra fee, which is the interior. But I told him about that fee, just to make sure, because so this doesn't happen, because I've learned from my mistakes in my early days. So that was another thing. So then I told him, look, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just, throwing in extra fees, this and that. We'll work something out. Personally, I feel like the situation didn't need to get as big as it did. It is what it is. I'm very big on client satisfaction. So my guys and I, we went today, and we took care of it. We did the vacuum, wipe down, Swift, and I removed all the water spots from every single window. So once we finished with everything, I told the wife, okay, this is what we did. I already sent them a list. I sent them the list the night before, and I was already like, all right, there's no way we're going to miscommunicate on anything today. So I texted him and I said, confirming for the following touch-ups. And then I did bullet points, and I did exactly what I was going to do. Just so there's no communication. It's all in paper, this and that. And then she said, okay, thank you so much. Like, what's the remaining balance? And I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's on us. And, she felt very bad. And this is the reason why I wanted to take care of these clients specifically. One, they live right down the street from me. But two, they weren't rude about it. He told me on the phone, too. He's like, well, like, you asked me what I thought, and I'm telling you. And that's respectable, Versus, I know a lot of you guys have had these clients, because I've had some, too, to where they're just very demanding. And they feel like you owe them, this and that. He was very like, well, this is my concern, this and that. And so I ended up taking care of it. I took care of everything that I was supposed to, and I didn't charge them. I just told her, like, hey, customer satisfaction is very big to us. So I just want to make sure you guys are happy. I hope you guys' experience was great with us. And then she ended up saying, you know what? There was just some miscommunication, between my husband and I. That's all it was. And then she ended up asking about getting another car done. And then she said that her neighbors were interested as well.
Now, one thing that I hear a lot of detailers say is everything that's included in the package is on the website.
Oh, yeah. He even looked at my website. I remember I told him, I have my website. I sent it to him. I sent him my Linktree. So that was another thing, too, that came to mind. Like, there's really no excuse to, like, assume or think, like, oh, I thought this was included, because it was all provided. But I've had a lot of clients tell me, like, I don't get a lot of details. It's all foreign to me. I try to be understanding about it.
Now, in this situation, it wasn't your fault. You weren't in the wrong.
Yeah, you know what? It really wasn't. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about it? Would you guys have hooked them up with what I did? It is your time, but also just one mess up can mess up your reputation and your reviews. So I didn't want to let something as simple as that just mess up my 7 years of hard work.
Now, there's a lot of detailers out there. No offense, but with huge egos or pride.
Yeah.
Like, nah, they're going to pay extra. Nah, then they're going to make me feel stupid or like I'm in the wrong. What do you got to tell those detailers that are very prideful?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Initially, I did feel like that. As soon as I got off the phone, I felt like that. But I sat there and I just kind of felt my emotions. And then I had to think logically, because there can't be any emotions in it. I'm running a business. It's all business, So what I got to say to that is, I'm not going to tell you how to run your business, but if you guys really are doing that, and if you guys are wondering, like, why am I not getting clients? Well, that's probably it right there. Yeah.
That's one thing I learned too. You can't take it personal.
Exactly. And I did it. And then I did what I felt was the best thing to do. She was happy. I relayed the message to her husband. I'll hear from him later tonight, which I'll probably give you guys an update, see how it went. And she inquired about getting another vehicle done, and she's gonna send her neighbors our way too. All right, guys. So let me know, what would you have done differently in my situation, and let me know how you guys think I handled it. Let me know down in the comments below, and let us know who has been your worst customers. Let us know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay blessed.